Hey y'all, my late but blooming babes. Welcome back to the channel. It is me, your late but blooming bestie, Dom. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome. On this channel, we talk about narcissistic abuse, the signs to look for to avoid those relationships, how to not only survive, but to thrive as well post-relationship, and how to just be a better person after the fact. Because again, life doesn't end at narcissism in its relationships in the aftermath. You can thrive after the fact. So that's what we talk about on this channel. So, of course, before we get started, do all the things that you're supposed to do to make YouTube do this, supposed to do, like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. And let's get into what we are going to be talking about today. So what I wanted to discuss, I actually wrote down a couple of different things, but the topic I wanted to get into for this video was the narcissist and their mind games. That's right. One thing you can be guaranteed, rest assured, that you are going to deal with if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, if you are dealing with a narcissist, if there is a narcissist within your parameter or in your orbit, you will deal with the mind games, because that is one of the main ways that they function, operate, and break you down to do what they want you to do. Okay? Now, it's not going to be, for the most part, most narcissists, because most narcissists are covert narcissists, which means on the outside to people, on the outside or in the outside world, they want to keep their reputation intact. You know, they want to look like they are upstanding people. They want to look normal. So whatever their idea of normal is, they want to come off as that, even though they want to give the appearance that they want to be so different and stand out, and they want to be so unique. They actually want to fit in. They're masking who they actually are so that they can fit in with society, because if they are just who they are, which is a hot ass mess, no one would accept them. So they do what they think would be considered normal for them to fit in, if that makes sense. So for example, a lot of narcissists cheat, right? But on the flip hand, a lot of those same narcissists get married. And why is that? Because at a certain age, you really are expected to be married, have children, be in a certain place in life, even though real life doesn't really work that way. Life never really works the way you plan things in your brain, because you just don't control the circumstances. You can only control your controllables, but there's so many other factors that go on in how your day goes, you know? So life typically doesn't work out the way that you're planning it, as far as the marriage, the kids, the house, the career goals, the fortune, fame, etc., etc. But they want to appear to be normal. So they think that's what they should have. So they get in relationships and get married, because you're supposed to get married. They go and they have children, even though they really don't care about the children, because they don't take care of them the way they're supposed to. They don't do what parents, they don't want responsibility or to be accountable. So they really don't want kids, but you're supposed to have them. So, they have them, and just certain different things like that. So on the outside, they want to look like they're normal. They want to look like they're kind, they're giving, they're so smart. They want to appear that way on the outside. So people think, oh, that's a great person. That's a good person. That person's lucky to have him or her. But on the inside, behind closed doors, that person is several sandwiches short of a picnic basket. You know that person, when they take that mask off, once they're behind closed doors, is completely different. And they frame it that way, like I said, so that they can get in your head. Because if they get into your head, they appear, like I said, great and wonderful on the outside, but to you, they appear completely different. If you tell those people on the outside how they treat you, you look crazy, because they made themselves appear so great and wonderful. So now in your mind, you're thinking, well, am I tripping? Maybe they're right. Even though you know what you're dealing with, you know what you go through on a daily basis, but that person has planted little seeds in everybody's head. Different little seeds, like a little garden. Here, you get a little bit of lie. Here, you get a little manipulation. I'm just going to make something completely up about you. I might pit you against this one. All right, now everyone, let's see what happens. It's crazy. It sounds insidious, but that is how they operate. They thrive in chaos, in chaos and confusion and dysfunction. That's when you will see a narcissist at their absolute happiest, like literally glowing. There will be times where you can be in they have you boohoo crying because they've yelled and screamed and called you all kinds of names and maybe even got physical with you. If you glance up at just the right moment, you will literally see them smiling at your pain. That's how crazy these people are. So they love to get into your brain and create this doubt that you might not even have had before they came along. So that you work to prove them wrong, or, oh, well, that thought's not about me is not correct. I'm not a mean person. They'll label you as mean or deceitful or just a bad person for standing up for yourself. They'll accuse you of attacking them for being honest. They call you ungrateful because you want reciprocation. And then they'll plant the little seeds in your head along the course of your relationship, whatever that relationship may be, so that you doubt that and you question them. Are you really tripping? Are you the crazy one here? Because what you're going through, what you feel like you're going through, is not what they're saying is happening, or you're not understanding. You see what I'm saying? So much confusion in just that alone. So that's one scenario. Imagine that scenario over and over and over and over and over again through the course of months or years or decades. That will play with your mind. Constantly trying to be better, do better, etc. Yes, they want to get in your mind because they want to break you down psychologically. Because if they break you down psychologically, they can replace your thoughts and your needs and what you want with what they want and who they want you to be. Because the name of the game with a narcissist is control. They want to control something because they don't feel like they have control over their life. They're not really where they feel they should be, even though they try to make it appear they are. They know on the inside they're not where they should be, just in general. And again, that's not living up to anyone's in particular standards. But base level adult things, they're aware that they don't have base level adult things. They just try to make it appear that way so they don't look like a fucking weirdo off top. Now, of course, again, this is inevitable that they're going to look that way when you get to know them, because the mask will eventually slip. But while they have you in their grasp, they want to get into your head as much as possible, because the faster they can do it, the deeper they can sink their claws into you, the more they can, like I said, get you to become who they want you to be. That's the name of the game. They want to control you like they are a puppet master and you are on the strings. And as long as you do what they want you to do, it's all good. But the moment you don't, it will be a problem. And then they will blame you for feeling like there's a problem or addressing that there's a problem. If you don't just sit there and take it, that's an issue. And then, like I said, they're going to spin it around and do the mental gymnastics to tell you that the issue that you're having is your fault. Because, of course, narcissists don't take accountability for anything. They mentally just cannot. They're going to do the gymnastics to make themselves be the victim in every single situation. So there's no situation where you're going to get compromise out of a narcissist unless it benefits them. Other than that, it's what they want, when they want it. And they are going to program you to the best of their ability to do that and respond in that way. If you've ever heard the phrase, if I say jump, you say how high, that's what they want from you. Don't ask me no questions. I say you do. Don't ask nothing, just do. And of course, that's insane, because you're your own person with your own thoughts and hopes and dreams and wishes and all the things. You're your own individual, not to be controlled by anyone. Right? Right. So don't let these people get into your brain. Like I said, they're going to try their best, but you have to be strong enough. This is where mental strength is going to come in on your part. You have to see this for what it is. You know you're not crazy. You know you're going through whatever you're going through. Don't have them trying to convince you otherwise. They're going to try to convince you, but don't allow them, rather, to convince you otherwise. And you know that if you feel like it's not the way you want to be treated, you address it. And if it's not corrected, you move on. Because there's no changing them. They're going to work their ass off to change you. And if something is a problem for you, that's not for nobody to change. It is what it is. That's your boundary. And it's either respected or they can go. So don't let anyone play in your mind, guys. That's very important because they will try their best. Because they just want you to do what they want you to do. They want you to be a robot, literally. Just around to do what they need, what they want, and then you can go until they want to be bothered with you again. And that's no way to live your life. So don't let these people get in your head and convince you that things that you know are incorrect, that you know are not right. Don't let them try to tell you otherwise. No. You feel the way you feel for a reason. So don't let anyone try to get in your brain and tell you otherwise. Okay? So guys, again, do all the things that you're supposed to do on YouTube to make it do what it's supposed to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you want to talk about. Any questions, comments, and all the things. We're trying to grow this channel, guys, because I love you. And I actually really do like to talk about this stuff because, again, I didn't, back when I was coming up, this wasn't a thing. Mental health awareness and all of that was not a thing. It just was what it was. But I always knew that there was something not right. I just didn't know what it was until I came across content on YouTube with some amazing creators that I think I'm going to do like a compilation video or something of the sorts to share some of those other creators because they truly helped me in my journey to overcome all the things that I overcame. So I just think that as a way of giving back, it's only right now that I share what I can to help someone to try to avoid some of the things that I went through, girl. Because I went through it, so you don't have to, okay? So let's grow together, guys. And until the next video,